We're live. Come on in. Come on in. We're going to talk about our week and how we're going to prepare for what is to come. For what is to come. Come true. I've got a live stream target I'm trying to hit. So you lot are going to see me do a couple lives quite regularly over the next few weeks. So lock in for that. I've got a target I need to hit. So that's why you're getting this random live. That's why you're getting this random live. Come on in. Come on in. So who was locked in on Friday? Who was on the live with me, Justo, and Fat Mac? Who was there? Let me know if you were there. If you were locked in on Friday, let me know. Let me see what the comments. I haven't bought on me. Alright, well, cool. Yes, family. Come on in. Let's talk about last week. And let's talk about how we're going to handle the new week to come. Because we want to start living consciously. Not letting the days just roll by. That's how time flies. That's how time flies. And where it flies to, none of us seem to know. So we need to start taking, you get me, more control. More control, more control, more control. Yes, yes, the notifications have gone out. Yes, family, locked in, locked in. I'm not sure if I've got my chat on only subscribers. Knowing me, I probably do. Let me know. Oh, type something in the chat, guys. Let me know what it's saying. Chat for the top messages. Da, 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 da. Let me make sure that all messages. Alright, yeah, it looks fair. It looks fair. Yes, yes. Alright, thank you. Read that, but 8, 9, 10. Yep, big up. Alright, so the chat's open. The chat's live. Okay. What? You lot, let me know. Let me know what you lot are saying. We're here. So, as I was saying, I'm going to keep repeating it as people come in. I've set myself a target for some live chats, which I need to accomplish by a certain time. So you lot are going to see me more regularly coming on live. So for example, like tomorrow morning, I'm going to be on live about 9:30 a.m. morning session. You understand? Because some people, they wake up in the morning and they just need something. They need some vibe, some source, some motivation. So you get me? Every time's the best time, man. Every time's the best time. So I'm going to be on live 9:30 in the morning tomorrow. I'm going to try and do a lunchtime session because I know some of us, we go work, lunchtime comes and we isolate. Like you leave your colleagues, you sit in your car, you're by yourself, you eat bare fast, you know, thoughts going through your head, preparing yourself to go back in the office or whatever. And lunchtime is supposed to be a time of relaxation, and it's just can be a mental strain. So I'm going to do a lunchtime session, lock in on the lunchtime. So when you're eating, you're not alone. You just have me there on the screen, and I'm going to be yip-yapping about whatever I want to yip-yap about at the time. You know what I mean? So yes, yes, Sandra, thank you, love. Guys, get me, keep the chat up. Give me the love hearts and that. Let the algorithm know we're in session, we're here. And obviously the chat's open. Any questions, any comments, anything like that, just, yeah, man, let's talk. Because I haven't got long. My baby boy's sleeping. Once he's up, I'm off. Right now, I'm out of mummy mode. But once he's up, I'm back in. So, man, listen. If you're a parent, yeah, any noise, it's like, do you know what I mean? Any noise, you're just like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, like, but anyway, it's still a blessing. So, yeah, doing my live targets. I've got a few lives I need to do by a certain amount of time, so you lot are going to be seeing me on lives much more. I've opened up this live. Hi, yo. I've opened up this live because It's the end of the week. Some people, to them, it's the start. I don't know how people you lot use your calendars. You know, some people, they say the week starts from Sunday. Some people, the week starts from Monday. So it's you get me. We're about to start the week, and I want to know what you thought. Yes, Frank. What's you thoughts plan for the week? Like, let's do it in two parts. How has this week been for you? You can use one word. You can use a sentence. How has this week been for you? Week been for you? It's Sunday. It's almost about to hit 5 o'clock. It's dark outside. How you feeling? Did it uplift you? Are you excited about next week, or you're not looking forward to it? Like, talk to me. What's happening? More consciously. So you sit down and you review things. I know they say journal every day, blah. That's not for everybody. Not everyone's a writer. Like, for me as well, I struggle with consistency. So if I get in my head, all right, I'm going to journal every morning, every evening, soon I'll fall off. And I used to think that those ways were the right way, so I just need to do what's right. But I've come to realize my way is the right way. Because my way is fitting for me, and it's going to give me the results that I truly need. If I pick a method like journaling that don't work for me, I'm never going to reach the goal that I aspire to, you know what I mean? So, yes, Daniel. Blessed for the new year ahead. Yeah, we've got to talk about the new year. So, if I use the wrong method that's not fitting for me, I will never achieve the goal that I'm trying to obtain. I will never achieve the goal that I'm trying to obtain. The method in the beginning, that's step one, is more important than the outcome. Because if the method ain't right, you'll never get to the outcome. And that's why it's so important to know what you're on, know who you are, know what you prefer, know what you like, understand yourself. Because then you can do what I call life design. You design your life according to you, according to your needs. Take that thing serious. That's why you see bare elders sit down and they look back at their life and they just think, do you get me? If this, if that. Some things, that's just how it goes. We're never going to know until later. But some things we sit down and we think, I know, say, I could have done that a bit differently. And I just kind of chose not to. And more times because we don't slow down to review. Really and truly, on your birthday, you should be doing reviews. End of year, you should be doing reviews. Seasonally, you should be doing reviews. So when the end of winter comes, you review what was winter like this year for me. So I say that because it took me a long time to realise winter is where things come crashing down for me. Because I just zone out, I'm not interested, and you know what I mean? I'm just like, when I hibernate, that's what winter's for. But as human beings, it's hard to hibernate in winter. Animals can do it easily. We can't do it as easily because we got so many demands, innit? You still got to go out and do this and do that. So hibernation, we can't do it, you know, properly. So if you're not into winter, you don't like them seasons, but at the same time you can't hibernate, you got to get out there. It can have a serious effect on you and your mind and everything and everyone around you. So it took me years to finally see that and accept that about myself. So I would probably say since meeting my husband, it was around that time where I finally realised that, right, okay, winter's not where my strengths rise. So what I did, bearing in mind this time I'm in my 20s, so it's taking me all that time to finally sit down and have such a simple conversation with myself. So I had this conversation with myself and I said, Bex, all right, what do you need to do? You need to invest in the right type of clothing so that when you have to step out, because for me, sometimes I will feel depressed when I now need to get ready. I hated it. Like getting ready for me, I hate it. Especially in winter, I hate it. Like I don't want to, do you know why? Because I'll go into my wardrobe and I know I'm not going to find no clothes that make me feel confident about stepping out there. Only to realise, Bex, you need to sit down and do the right shop. Get the right clothes that will make you feel confident so you don't shut yourself indoors, isolate, feel down, because it has a domino effect. It starts from it just being winter, being dark, being cold. Cool. Then it leads to you staying indoors more than you should, not getting as much fresh air. And then it starts turning mental. You understand? It starts affecting your mind, affecting your relationships. And that's the domino effect. So I said to myself, I got to break out of this. So I did that, kind of changed my wardrobe. Another thing I did, and I say that because the other day I went into the off license to get something. And I got one mad, nice, cozy, fluffy hat for winter, yeah. And the shopkeeper guy goes to me like, rah, that hat looks nice. Like, no, he didn't say it looks nice. He was like, he made a comment basically saying, it looks like it feels so nice, like it's comfortable because it's like big and fluffy. Like you want to touch it when you see it. Definitely you want to wear it, like it makes someone want to touch it, stroke it. And I said, yeah, Tim, I said, yeah, it don't look that pretty, but it feels nice. He was like, no, it does look pretty, and it does look. I said, yeah, because it's gone beyond fashion. For me, I can't do fashion business in winter. My clothing has to be purposeful, or I ain't getting nothing done. So I got my nice hat. I'm feeling cool, I'm feeling calm, I'm feeling confident. Got my layers on, got a good jacket, all of that stuff, preparing for winter so I can conquer. Another thing I do, from the end of October, invitations. I don't accept invitations because I know the chance here that the day comes for whatever you've invited me to, I'm not going to want to step out. So in winter, I only do things that are compulsory, basically work. Other than that, I'm not stepping out and I'm not accepting no other conversations. Guys, if there's anything you do in winter to sustain yourself, keep your mind up and all that, put it in the chat, put it in the chat. Let's hear what other techniques you lot going, how you lot keep your mental health up. Because summertime is easy and then boom, winter hits us. And then we're just like, ugh. So I don't accept invitations because I like to be a girl of my words. My yes is a yes, my no is a no. So if I'm telling you, all right, I'll be there, and then a day or two comes, I'm like, nah, I'm not going. I don't feel good about that. I end up letting you down. I don't end up showing up. I end up having to give you, it's not an excuse, but it is an excuse, basically. I have to tell you, like, yo, can't come to your thing or whatever. It's unfair. So I went through years of that, feeling guilt, building up guilt because I couldn't make it to this person's thing and I didn't go to this person's thing. So I don't accept invitations after October unless I'm truly passionate about what it is and I want to be there. But if it's just like a 50-50 thing, then I have to just say no, because I know when the hour comes, I'm going to let you down. And all these stuff affect relationships. So these are just a little snippet, guys, of what I call life design. Knowing yourself, understanding yourself, and designing your life accordingly so you can move forward. I'm saying what I've just explained, sometimes it has resulted to broken relationships because I didn't keep my word or I let someone down. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You might as well just say no from the beginning. But how are you going to know to say no when you don't know yourself, you don't know what you're on? So you're a bit confused. You think, oh, maybe I can make it. Actually, maybe I will push to do it. And then the time comes and then boom, you flop. So life design, that's that one. Especially in seasons like this. Some seasons you have to live consciously. You can't just wake up anyhow and let the day flow. You get me? Because time will fly on you. You can do that in summer, it doesn't matter. There's so much going on in summer, you understand? There's so much going on in summer. Alright, I'm not missing nothing. Wait, hold on, whoa. Bless, yeah, the new year's coming up. The new year's coming up, and I'm a strong believer that let's say there's a time you want to do something, I always try to do it before the time comes. Gaining momentum, gaining momentum, you know, and then flowing, that takes a bit of time to do. So if you want to start that on the day you said you want to start the thing, it's risky. Before, so by the time that day comes, your momentum is already flowing and you're just moving now. You're just moving. That's another thing. You don't just want to wait till the time. You remember, you're a human being. We have limitations. We don't always feel good every day. We don't always feel motivated. We don't always feel ready. So you gotta beat the game. You gotta find ways. You gotta find ways like goal, yeah? So for those of you who've just locked in, I've got a live stream goal. There's an amount of live streams I want to do by a certain day. So I've got it planned. I've made a list. This day, this time, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna live stream to hit this goal. Today wasn't one of them. They're supposed to start tomorrow. I'm gonna come on live stream tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. for the morning squad who want to link up in the morning and do a little chit chat or hear what I've got to say, whatever. So tomorrow, 9:30 a.m, I will be live streaming. So I've made a list of all the live streams I want to do to hit my target. But I know for sure, like I said, Sunday wasn't a part of it. I said I'll give myself a little gap. But I know for sure that it's not possible. Yes, FEO. Yes, FEO. You left a nice message on one of my videos, maybe yesterday or something like that. Yeah, I recognize your name. FEO London, big you up, big you up, big you up. So, yeah, I've made a list of all the live streams that I want to do, but I know, or I don't know, but I know that there's a probability. You know, life is a dance. Anything can pop up anytime. So I may not be able to do all those live streams that I have planned. So in order for me to truly hit my target, I need to be flexible. And I need to take the opportunity when they come. So like I told you, look, my baby boy's sleeping. Once he's up, I'm off. Once he's up, I'm off. But what I did was, when he slept, I was by him doing a bit of work, finished up the work, and I thought I could lay back and have a snooze. But if I do that, it may affect my night tonight and I may not be able to sleep straight away or as good. So I thought, I don't want to do that nap thing, but I was tempted because I'm laying in the bed. So I said, first things first, you need to get out of the bed. Like they say, resist the devil and he will flee. So if you're tempted, you can't stand by it and contemplate. You got to move away from the situation. That's the first step. So I said, let me get out of the bed. Because if I stay too long, I'm going to lay like that and then keep laying and keep laying. And by the time you know, I'm down. So I said, okay, you know what? Let me use this opportunity. Because what I'm doing is, I'm throwing in a live stream now. Ahead of a live stream next week that I may not be able to do. Because in fact, in the next 2 weeks, I've got my next 2 weeks won't even be a standard 2 weeks for me. There's a lot more going on. So the risk of me actually not being able to achieve my goal is actually high. These next 2 weeks is not even a good time for me to try and hit this target. But I don't care. God loves a try. I'm going to try anyway. And even if I don't hit my target, along the way, along the journey, there's many things I'll gain from just trying. So it's a win-win. It's just a win-win. So I said, let me catch this opportunity while baby boy's sleeping and quickly do a stream. And I've got room, because sometimes, yeah, maybe something might not come up next week that's going to disturb my plans. But like I said, we're human, so there might be a day where I'm not really feeling up for it. I'm not interested, maybe I'm feeling down, or maybe I just want to relax. Something else has happened and I just want a bit of peace. I don't want to come and do a stream. But because I've done one on Sunday, I can charge that to that one and say, okay, you can rest today, Riva. So this is what I say when life's a dance, you know what I mean? Life's a dance. Nothing's that black and white. When you get into black and white thinking, bare problems. I used to be like that. But when I went therapy and I started learning more about myself, it broke that chain in my mind. And that's what I'm saying, guys. Study yourself. Study yourself. If you really want to be rich, you really want what you want, study yourself, because it's all going to come from you. It ain't going to come from nowhere else. If you study yourself, you're going to know what you're on. You're going to know where your strengths are. You will hit it that point only instead of doing bare things, just trying your luck everywhere. No, you will tune in into one thing and kaboom. The higher the chances of it being successful is much more. All right, chat, what are we saying? Oh, thank you, Efio. She said, I'm behind you, I'll be joining the live streams. Thank you very much, because use of presence matter. Imagine like I'm on a live stream, no one's here. Like, I'll still do it. I'll still chat because I can obviously post them up later for people to watch, but use of presence is important. It's important to me, so I'm engaging, you understand? Like up the live as well, guys. Like it up. There's only 3 likes at the moment, but there's a couple of you in here, so like it up because that helps. Do you know what I mean? You're from Russia, okay? Big up from Russia. What's Russia saying, man? Like, we're here and we're here, we're seeing a lot, we're hearing a lot, but you know how it goes. So if there's anything you want to share with us about Russia, and just like, yeah, man, my chat's open. Talk to us, man. Talk to us, because though you're over there, we're all still in one world. We're all still in one world. So whether we want to turn a blind eye, act like we're not going to get nowhere. So if you can tell us about Russia, that would be good. Birmingham, yes, Brum. What? Shanette? Yeah, sounds like that, Shanette. People try harm me, but I'm safe. Ooh, people try harm me, but I'm safe. That sounds serious. Yeah, you're safe. You're safe. If you believe you're safe, you're safe. You're safe. Your subconscious mind will protect you. If you truly believe you're safe, you're safe. It will find ways to keep you safe. It will find ways to keep you safe. Especially if you listen to you'll definitely be safe. And listening to yourself is one of the hardest things to do. Listening to yourself, one of the hardest things to do, because our inner voice, usually, it doesn't come with any hardcore proof. It's like a feeling, it's a vibe. So unless you're serious, you will just ignore it. Especially if it's warning you against something that is going to have such a big impact in your life, and you just don't want all the stress. It's easy to ignore the quiet voice, because you just think, you're like, I'd rather just wait for big proof, but usually it's too late. Usually when we see the thing, we say, oh, that's the proof I now needed to know. No, that's the damage. That's the result. That is the result of you ignoring your inner voice. So we have to be bold if we want to get far. It's not easy, and that's one thing I'll tell you about. So listen, you know, in life, yeah, you're going through situations, whatever, you will hear numerous type of voices. And when I mean that, I mean you will hear your thoughts. You will hear advice from other people. You will hear your feelings. You will feel them, but they're a form of a sound because they make you think. And how you feel makes you think. So that's about 3 voices already. Yeah, so I'm not talking about literal voices. I've got to put that in there, but yeah, they're voices, yeah? And then you got this other voice. And I don't even feel right calling it a voice, because it's one of the ones where it doesn't even use words. It's just like a deep feeling. So it's not even a voice. But I just still have to put it in that group. Because the others, they come in words. When you're pondering and you're confused, they usually come in words. Like you start talking to yourself about things, or start imagining pictures. They're usually like that. And then the feelings are the feelings. But this one, that God energy, that deep spiritual one, that when your spirit's talking to you, it doesn't really use words. It's just like a sensation. It's too deep. You can't even explain it. And that's why sometimes we're scared to follow it, because we think, how can I even explain this? If someone asks me why I did that, I can't even find the words to explain exactly. So I can't even say it's so quiet that you can't hear it. There's just no sound. But that's the one you should listen to the most. That's the one you should listen to the most. That's the one you should listen to for the most. Thank you for liking up the chat. Keep liking it up, guys. If you're locked in, you're coming in, like it up, like it up, like it up, like it up, man. So next week's before us. Next week's before us. What's you what's planned for the week? Let me know. What's you what's planned for the week? What's happening? What's happening? If it's just another standard week, just type standard because we can talk about that. Oh, I did see your question before. Sorry. Speed. Sorry, Speed. Big up, Speed. Sorry. I hope you're still locked in. Any topics on sexuality and black community? You're right. I haven't really done recent content on that. In my other content, 10 Ways I Ruin My Life, I talk a bit. There's more of that. There's all sorts in that series, to be honest. But yeah, topics like that are in there. But Speed, let me know. Are you saying sexuality one way, and black community, or you're talking about sexuality in the black community? Let me know, so I know how to respond properly. Any questions, any comments, anything you don't want to share with me, put it in the chat. Let me know. The chat might be on subscribers only. I'm not sure. If it is, then you know what to do. If it's blocking you, then that's probably why. So subscribe so you can put it in, but I think it's open. I believe it's open. Alright, so guys, in a couple of weeks' time, I'm going to have an announcement to share with you lot. But I'm waiting, yeah, so that when I'm telling you the thing's there, it's proof I can show you, like, yo. And then that will be another topic we'll take off from there. We'll take it off from there. But, and I want to know as well, where are you lot from? So I see Birmingham, Russia. Let me know where you lot are from. I want to see where people are locking in from. Also, if any of you were on the live that I did on Friday night with Justo, it was like a 3-hour live. Justo, Riva and Fat Mac. If you were there, let me know. Say there, I was there, I was locked in, something like that. Let me know if you were there. I know somebody now. You must have been in there. So let me know, because I want to ask you something. Let me know. But yeah, so next week, oh, look at me talking about next week. I just clocked here. Next week, tomorrow's the 1st of December. We're going into a new month. Supposedly the last month of the year. To the final hour, guys. It's the final hour of 2025. What are you going to do? What are you going to do about it? How are you going to take back everything you lost in 2025? How are you going to prepare to take more in 2026? 2026, yeah. Sometimes I find myself 2022. Do you get me? How? And I want to do a segment on 2030, guys. We got to prepare for 2030. I'm not sure what my audience, I'm still trying to gauge you lot, but you know, I don't know if you lot are open to those type of things, but the 2030 agenda is a real thing. I downloaded a document and I was having a look at some of it and I was like, whew. And I thought to myself, how many people have read this document, man? How many people have read this document? So I think a time's going to come where I'm going to go through that document in a series, because it's a big document, we can't do it in one video. We'll go through it, I'm going to break it down, I'm going to discuss some of the things they're talking about in there. Serious stuff. Yeah, it was good. I wanted to MOD to, what's MOD? by any means necessary. I agree. 2030. What's MOD? I wanted to I wanted to. Blackberry. Big up, big up, big up. Thank you for joining last Friday. Tell me what you mean by MOD. I wanted to MOD. Okay, so see, all right. So Blackberry, this is what I wanted to say. If anybody comes and says they were in the chat, I want you to tell me one thing about the chat, so I know you were truly there and I know you're an honest person. Then I'll engage with you. So tell me what MOD means and tell me. I wanted to moderate. Yeah. I know you were there. I know you were there. I'm sorry. I'm trying to not laugh too loud. I know you were there, Blackberry. Because I was looking for a moderator, but I've forgotten her name. But yeah, someone beat you to it. Because do you have to have more than one moderator? You can have one. You only need one, right? Let me know next time when you lock in. I'll make you a moderator. I'll make you a moderator. I will still. Okay, so Blackberry. Okay, in that case, tell me the most prominent thing you remember from that live chat. So I'll let you see. I see. I put my hands up. So please let me know one prominent thing you remember from that live chat that's in your head. So whilst Blackberry's typing that, guys, I'm just going to give you a little run back. So last Friday, it was a bit of impromptu. It wasn't that planned. It was just like the day before. I linked Justo and Fat Mac, because we were going to do an interview. So yeah, so it's like I was going to chat to Justo about everything that's been happening with Quincy and how the fight got cancelled, etc. So I've got in there and I said, guys, let's live stream this so we can engage, because I'm sure Justo's people got questions and stuff like that. Luckily, Fat Mac and Justo agreed, and so we started live streaming. So I was live streaming on YouTube, they were live streaming on TikTok, so you get me, there was people engaged. People were engaged. It was a good chat. It was intense, but yeah, man, we made it happen. So yeah, Blackberry, I'm waiting for you. S Barbie 93, big up. What's happening on 2030? I'm intrigued by the numbers 23. Okay, I've heard it's a special number. Okay. You've heard it's a special number. So what, are you into numerology? Are you into angel numbers? Or like, tell me why you're interested about 23 and that. Tell me, I want to know. Tell me. 33 to 44. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. So Barbie, I'll let you answer that question. I'm going to bounce back to Blackberry. So Blackberry said, the impact of miscommunication. When Justo was talking about spray, can't lie, I KO'd, so couldn't watch it at all. What's KOD? Yo, guys, what's happening to me? Am I like, I guess I'm not Gen Z, innit? Are you Gen Z, Blackberry? Is that why some of the stuff you're saying, the abbreviations you're using, like I don't understand. I need education. What's KOD? KOD, knocked out. So I couldn't watch it all. Okay, so alright, so you explained to me what KOD is. Let me go back to your thing. You said the impact of miscommunication. When Justo was talking about spray, so were you saying that about Justo talking about spray and how that linked to miscommunication? What was that? No, I was wondering. Was that you who put up the thing about 23? Shanice, she said no. Oh, I see. You were wondering as well what the KOD and the MODs mean. Okay, cool. So see, I'm not the only one. Yeah. You knocked out, you fell asleep. Okay, so I'm not that bad. I'm still a bit in tune. Yeah, because you're right. We were on there for 3 hours and it was late. We did what, 9 p.m. to 12. 9 p.m. to 12, yeah. So if you've had a long day, you're gone. You're gone by 10:30, 11. You can try push 11:30, but you're gone. It was a long session, and we could have gone longer. It's just that I was like, yo, you get me? Let's let the people go, man. Let's let the people go. Okay, so you passed out. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. If passing out in our stream, was it boring? How did you pass out in our stream? How did you pass out? But yeah, tell me, what do you mean by you learnt about miscommunication when Justo was talking about spray? Explain that to me. What about miscommunication did you learn? What did it tell you about it? What did it show you about miscommunication? All right, so I let Blackberry, and then S Barbie talk to me about 23. So talk to me about your interest in numbers. So yeah, so okay, so Agenda 2030. I can't lie, I'll be honest, it was a little while ago when I first opened the document, yeah? So I'm not going to try and go into it too much, but like I said, I'll do a series on it, yeah? Roughly say throw out what I can remember. I guess those are the bits that stood out to me. So, about the agenda, guys. There was very, how do I say this? There was very absolute language in it. So, for example, when I was on the live stream with Justo, there was a point where he was talking to Fat Mac, and he was saying to Fat Mac, you only ... or you never ... And I said to Justo, don't use absolute language like that because it's unrealistic. We tend to do that in tense situations. We're arguing with someone or something, like, you only... But it's like, that's not true. They don't only do that. They do that at certain times, you're right. But when we are now confronting them about it, it's so intense. So, and then usually it makes the person we're arguing with, they don't respond well to that. You tend to get back, what do you mean? Because they know, yeah, I have done it, but I don't always do it. You understand? So it was absolute language. So that's something I've warned people about, because it kind of gives a reflection of how conscious you are at the time. When you start using language like, you only this, you never that, that means it's a sign that you've gone up. You get me? Your headspace has gone to a next place. You understand? But if you're grounded, you will know for sure that actually, no, that's not. So, and that's something I used to do. That's why I'm also saying it. So 2030 agenda, yeah? Absolute language, and that's what stood out to me. So there was language like 30. Is no longer any poverty across the world. Stuff like, it's just like, whoa. This is what you're saying is a big thing. Because you have been showing us poverty across the world since the day I was born and before. And now you're telling me between then and 2030, you're going to eradicate all of that. Yes, that's what the document says. So how you're going to make that happen is what we want to know. And in the document, they talk about certain things. Like, so, like I said, let me not go too deep. I'll just tell you that it was very absolute. And one thing about absolute language like that, it means in order for them to achieve their goal, they're going to do whatever it takes, and there's a high chance it's going to be militant. Because if you've got an absolute plan like that, who told you we all agree? So if you believe that you're going to achieve that, you would have had to account for the people that are not going to make it easy for you to achieve that. You have to account for the people that don't agree with you. And when I say account, that means you need to make plans for them. You need to make plans on how you're going to make them abide so that you can accomplish your goal. The grey line is. Free says, yes, I am into numerology. I've heard it's God's number. Maybe there's a revelation that year. I hope so. Okay. Oh, you heard it's God's number. Okay, that's interesting. Tell me a little bit more about that. I would like to know a bit more about that, it being God's number. Shanette, yeah, what year is 23? No, okay, so basically, I'm talking about 2030 agenda, but S Barbie is saying, because obviously in 2030, the two digits in there is 2 and 3, so he or she has put the 2 and 3 together, and so now she's talking about the number 23 on his own. But she's pointed it out because those are the two numbers in the Agenda 2030 that I'm talking about. That the world, there's a name for it, but I would just say the World like Union Group are planning plans for that time. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you get it now. Okay, cool. I remember you from back chat. Yes, Sparkles, big up. Like the chat, guys. Like the chat. There's only 9 likes. There's a couple of you in here, so big up the chat. That's it. Yeah. You remember me from back chat? Okay, what do you remember about me from back chat? What do you remember? Because the back chat was a while ago, guys. But still, everyone's like, yo, I remember you from there. But if we count the numbers, what, 6-7 years ago? That's a while. But I guess what am I talking about? You see celebrities from, and we still remember them, innit? Let alone me from 8, 7, 6 years ago. It's not that far, is it? But yeah, big up back chat though. Big up back chat. Back chat was a serious movement, man. Back chat was a serious back chat was a serious movement. I'm very grateful for that time in my life, man. I needed back chat because I was in a crossroad, man. I was just like, so back chat came along. I saw it. I said, yeah, nah, this is what I need right now, man. I need this in my life. I need to do this. So I applied for the auditions. No, in fact, I messaged some of the current members on the show, like Go, Honey. I don't know why, I always just remember those two, but I know there was more. Maybe because those two responded for sure. But I know one or two responded, but I remember their response. And they said to me, oh, this is how you can get on, apply this way, go here, boom, boom, boom. So I applied, yeah, come for the audition. No, it wasn't come for the audition. It was like, thank you for your email. Okay, we'll send you audition details. Then they sent me an email saying, okay, you need to record a video of yourself answering these questions, send it to us. And then from that, we'll let you know whether we want you to come for the audition. And I remember there was a deadline for it. And I had gone to Stylo G's music video. I tried to find that video. I can't seem to find it on YouTube. Big up Stylo G though. Like, come on, where, you know, Stylo, where's Stylo? Like, that's why when Bounce was talking about the industry and the way certain things are, it goes over our head. But when you sit down and you look at it, you think, yeah, hold on, where is that girl? Where is that guy? Like, what happened? They were here and then 1 minute, pacham. And we know an artist, yeah, an artist is an artist before label. An artist is an artist before money. When you're an artist, it comes from the soul. So these people won't just stop doing music like that. Even if they get dropped from a label or they won't just stop. Because it's what they love to do. So what happened? What's going on? Where are they? Where are they? Are they so messed up that now that their ability to do what they used to love has been taken from them? Or are they being barred, like someone's telling them you can't do it? Because it doesn't make sense. It's not true. That's a standard way to judge something. If you take your emotions out of it, just listen. If it doesn't make sense, it's most likely not true. Another thing you need to remember, no is the most powerful word. Another thing you need to remember, why is the most powerful question. When someone yapping to you, just ask them, okay, why? Why? Even if there's nothing else you say, just keep saying why. Then you will get to know whether they really know what they're talking about or not. Because when you keep asking why, they need to be able to provide you with information that explains every point they've just made. And a point will come, if they're just talking anyhow, a point will come, they will not have an answer for you anymore. You don't need to be argumentative and throw your point and throw their point. Save your breath. Just ask them why, how come, why do you see it that way? That's it, finish. Proof is always in the pudding. So yeah, back chat was good. So yeah, like I was saying, there was a deadline. I'd gone to Style OG's music video, rushed back, it was late. I swear I must have missed the deadline because I got back to Style OG's thing. I got back home, I swear it was like 1 a.m, 2 a.m. And nobody gives a deadline of 1 a.m, 2 a.m. So they would have said give it to us the end of that day, which would have been 12 a.m. But I think I just said to myself, you know what? I'm just going to push anyway because I'm just going to push. So tired as I was like, did the video, sent it and passed out. But thanks be to God, yeah, they allowed me and they were like, okay, cool, come here on this day, on that day. Went there, did the auditions, etc, etc. And here we are today. You know, we had Backchat London when we had it. It was good, it was amazing, it was more than good. Do you know what I mean? It saved me. It was a critical time in my life, man. Them days there, I used to carry alcohol in my bag, man. That's what I was on. I used to have a shot. Them days there, I used to bill up Zeus regular. Them days there, yo, when I sit and I think about them times, yeah, I know that I haven't fully healed because there's a sensation I get. It's still raw and I just think, So hopefully I've just got to keep working on myself and a time will come where I will go back to those memories and it won't feel so raw and so strong to me. Right now, man, I'm feeling it right now. Okay, alright, so guys, what we on? 46 minutes. I'm going to cap this to an hour and then I need to go because I need to get grounded again before my son wakes up. I can focus on my home and my son and everything. Because it's never nice when you're on here and then your youth runs in and then you got to lock this off and there. You know, you want to be, you understand? So I could stay on here until he wakes up, but it will not be the best thing to do. It won't be the best thing to do. Like I said, I've hit one target. Thank you all of you for joining in because you've helped me hit one of my targets of doing a live stream today. I've done it for almost 50 minutes. I couldn't ask some more. Even if I get on the live stream only for 5 minutes, it's one done, innit? It's one done, so I appreciate that. So before I go, any questions, any comments, anything like that? Oh, have I done? All good? Like up the chat, thank you guys. The likes are coming in, I like that, thank you. And obviously, I know I say like up the chat, but it's important that you like the chat when you like the chat. You don't just give me a like because I'm asking for the like. Like, if you feel like, rah, this girl said something I like, then you give it a like. So if that's happened at any point of this live chat, please give the like a like, give the live a like, you understand? Give the like a like, you understand? So it's all good, man, but to the new week, yeah? It's tomorrow. Right? Yeah. You lay down to sleep, there's a high chance you're going to dream. Blow, you may not dream. When I used to blow, I didn't used to have dreams. I'm very careful with dreams. I don't take them too serious because more time, what they mean, what they can represent may not be like how it was presented in the dream. So you'll be in the dream, you might see someone or something, you come back here and now you're looking at the person a certain way. So sometimes dreams can have negative impacts on relationships. So that's why I'm very careful with how I take on a dream. If you have a dream like that, ask for support first, ask for guidance, say, yo, I've had this dream, I'm a bit confused, clear it up for me. And I guarantee you things will happen in your day-to-day life. Remember, that happened in your dream life. Certain things will happen in your day-to-day life which will make you be a bit more confident about what you saw in your dream. Whereas there are some dreams, you feel it, you know it. You wake up, you're like, rah. You don't need to ask for no help, you just know what time it is. Those are the ones that I take heed to. So when you go to bed tonight and you're laying down, when I cross over, show me what I need to see. Teach me something that I can bring back to earth with me, so when I wake up I can progress in my life, take my life to another level. Even if you don't pray, just say that in your own words. Another thing I did to shape my life, life design, and you guys throughout the time are always going to hear me talk about life design, because I'm a big, that's something that matters a lot to me. Being able to design your life in a way that's going to work for you. Of like a crazy relationship, which I talk about in 10 Ways I Ruined My Life. I think it's chapter 8 or 9, where I was struggling with severe anger issues, and I can't even talk too much because that video YouTube had to restrict because of what I said in it. So I had to even re-upload it. So I don't want to repeat stuff now and get this live in trouble, but it was a mad time for me. So after coming out of that, I remember getting my phone and I recorded myself about my future as if it had already been done. I was like talking about my future has already been done. Some of me was, aspiring for things or asks, but I picked up my phone and I spoke to myself. And what I did after that, guys, I can't remember how long I did it for, but I know a lot of us do it. Sometimes we sleep, you've got to listen to something before we pass out. Sometimes, especially if your stress is high, you need something. So I used to play this thing, put my headphones in and have it on repeat and fall asleep with my own voice talking to me, talking to my subconscious, rewiring my whole life. It's a shame that that phone got damaged, but I'm sure I would have emailed that voice note to me. I would have emailed it. I have to check my emails. Guys, everything in that thing came about. Everything. Because they say with your subconscious, you can rewire it. And it's nice when you hear positive words from people that you love, your parents, or even if you're watching somebody you admire on YouTube. But there's no voice more powerful than your own. Talk to ourselves. It has a certain impact when it's coming from us. That's why if we choose to beat ourselves up, nobody can save us. Because it's so strong. So if you're smart, you will record your destiny. Anything you want, record it and listen to it back. I did it for months, I can't lie. I did it for a while. At a point came I could recite the thing. So that's something you can do, yeah? So you go bed, put out your request that, look, when I cross over, show me what I need to see, teach me what I need to be taught, so when I come back, I can progress. Morning, and when you wake up in the morning, you got to choose. Most of you would have seen my video about choosing every single morning. So there was a morning I woke up, yawned or whatever, cool, about to start my day. 30 seconds in, I just started getting a rush of negative thoughts. And I was like, whoa, where did these come from? I've just woken up, give me a break, give me a chance, give me a chance. And it was there I realized there's a war for my mind. They want it the moment I wake up. There's a war. Either God's like, let me have it, or this one's let me have it. So they can fight for my mind as much as they want. I'm the one who chooses who I'm going to give it to. That's what I'm saying. You need to choose every morning. And I wouldn't have usually, and it woke me up because I was like, there's been plenty mornings where I've woken up and 30 seconds in, negative thoughts have come in, it's changed my mood, and that's it. I've gone on with my day and it's affected the rest of my day. But I've never thought about it. I've never took it serious. I just rolled with the punches. That's what we do. So when that incident happened, it reminded me of all the other times I said, oh, so this is how it's been happening. This is how my days and my moods have been getting affected. I've been getting an influx of negative thoughts. I don't notice it. Because you have to remember the thoughts are true. They're coming from somewhere. So all it takes is for you to say, oh yeah, I can't believe that happened, you know. And that's it, it's in. Because it's true, it's not a lie. If it's a random thought, you're obviously going to think, where did that come from? That's not in my reality. But if it's happened in your reality before, it's going to come in the disguise of a memory. And once you choose, you want to memorize and focus on that. That's it, you're in. You've made your choice. So I had to shut it down because I'm like, okay, yeah, they are memories, but what has that got to do with anything right now? I'm cool right now. Why are you trying to bring that to my mind? And why are you trying to force it down my throat? I never said I wanted that. I moved on. So why? Another thing about that though is it kind of also shows you things that maybe haven't fully been processed. So usually, look, no, that's not what I'm choosing for myself today. But thank you. You showed me that maybe there's some parts of me that's still a bit raw and I need to go and sit down and maybe talk about it and sort it out. Thank you. But that's not the vibe I'm choosing for today. That's not the vibe I'm choosing for today. You know what I'm saying? So there's a war. Guys, even if you don't choose, one of them's going to show up. So it's better that you choose. And let me tell you how it looks. If you pick the negative one, you let it slide into your mind, you pick it. Now your energy shifts, so you're like, ugh. Your next interaction most likely is going to be negative. So for example, you or your man or your gal comes to you to ask you something, or maybe even sometimes they climb over you, they want to give you a hug. Now you've chosen that, you're a bit aggy, so something now she's like, and they're like, oh, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, nothing, I'm smoking up in it. And then they back off, or you snap at you over something little that could, like, okay, what they've done is not great, but you didn't have to move like that. But because of the first choice that shifted your energy, everything you do now is like, and it creates this domino effect. So by the time now you get into your car, it's cold in the car, you're now more pissed off, you're like, oh, it's freezing. Then you get to work, someone does something which they probably normally do, but now you're taking it even. And can you see how it affects your day? Then you come back to the same bed, pissed off, aggy, you fall asleep, you most likely have a dark dream because you're filled with so much negativity from the morning. You're back in the same bed, you wake up the next morning, and they're waiting again, doing a battle for your mind. And it's harder to choose positivity this time because I went to bed pissed off and I'm woken up pissed off. So now you choose that side again, and on and on and on we go. And that was basically me until thankfully I had that realization that morning, because the way it came in was too unreal. So I realized quickly right now something spiritual's going on. Something spiritual's going on, and I need to choose today. So that was an amazing experience. It was an experience. All right, I can see the chat. Let's hit up the chat. All right. Let's start it. I haven't heard much about why it's God's number, but there's power in that number. But the numbers followed me in my life. Oh, that's why I was intrigued about the year. Okay. All right, so you need to lock in into the 2030 series, and maybe I need to do it sooner than later. I need to do it sooner. I do need to do it sooner than later, because the outcome of 2030 will happen in 2030. The process leading to the outcome is already happening. So we need to talk about it now. In fact, we've wasted time already. So I've heard you, Esparby. Thank you for that. Okay. Shanette. I hope I'm saying your name right. Is it Shanette? Yeah. Shanette, right? Give me a thumbs up if I'm saying your name right. Alright, yeah, that's cool. That angel number is 444. Follows me a lot. Okay. I randomly see the number 23 and 13. Okay. I see it on like car number plates, etc. Also 777. Yeah, I see numbers a lot too. We need to find out why 23 is God's number. I'll try to do some more research. That's it. Community. Now, guys, look, I've got a diverse community. So some of you here have never heard about numerology and all them things there. You're thinking, what are these lot talking about? If you're interested, you see it there. You understand? I'm diverse over here. You know, I know some of my people who are churchgoers and that, but they know me now anyway. That yeah, this girl diversified. That's just it, diversified. Oh, that's deep. Riva, you are good at manifesting. Amen, amen, amen. This important woman is modern day prophet. Thank you, Riva. Ah, Serena Smith, thank you. I love that. Thank you. Modern day prophet. Modern day prophet. Yeah, I guess so. We're just doing our duty. We're doing our duty. Yeah, I'm a little bit like a Jonah. I used to run from my calling. I used to run, and then I'd just be running in darkness more like him. He ended up in the stomach of a whale in the deep blue sea. Imagine that. You can't get darker than that, man. And trust me, my life's been dark. So until I've finally been like, all right, okay, you know, that's when the brightness come in. So yeah, you're right, Serena. Thank you. I appreciate that. Same, it's crazy. Yes, Shanice. I have to literally speak to myself out loud to go against this. See? Our mind ends up being our downfall. And because energy travels, we're past. Ooh. Hey, listen, all right. Since you lot are here, let me tell you about Shanice, yeah? Me and Shanice soon, we're going to have a live stream together. She's going to jump on, right? And anyway, you lot can see what she's typing. You can see what she's on. You know what time it is. So look in for that. You don't want to miss it. That's all I have to say. When I spoke with her, she said something to me that just made my head go like, do you know what? And I'm like, others need to hear it. So yeah, big up Shanice. And because energy travels, we are passing it on. Literally. C. Silence C. Is it Hanet then? Yes, and geometria. Ooh, yeah. Morning, mind attacks are real. Always choose peace and positivity. Yes, FEO, yeah. They're real. God speaks through numbers and symbols too. Yeah, for real. God speaks through numbers and symbols too, you know. Yeah, because I think with us, we always just see like, oh, God speaks to us. Like speaks to us, but nobody doesn't really tell us no. He, she, it, you know, can speak to you through numbers, symbols, other ways. And I think that's why when people communicate or connect with God in those ways, sometimes it's looked at, you know, in the black community, Christian community, like it's demonized because no, it's just like the book, it's words written. That's it. Like, were you talking about numbers? And you get what I mean? But hey ho, God can do anything it wants. And that's what we forget. Limitless. God is not limited. So we have to accept that. And until we accept that, we won't be free like God. Alright guys, family, I'm 3 minutes over time. So well done to all of us. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm going to lock off. I'm going to go and get grounded. Prepare to step back into motherhood. And remember, tomorrow I'm going to be back on this live stream, 9:30 a.m. in the morning. We're locking in the morning. I want to know what you lot chose. Let me calm down. I sound like Miriam from SPAC. I want to know. I don't need to know nothing. And I'm just going to be here at 9:30 a.m. Let me know how you're feeling, what you're on, what you're doing, where your head's at. I'm sure I'll have something to say. I always do. I don't plan it, but once I see you lot engaging, then, you know, it flows. Do you understand? Then the spirit can flow because it knows that people are here. So it can talk through me to you. So, yeah, put out your questions. Meditate on things. Think, yo, well, next time I'll go on the live stream with Riva. You know, it would be nice to know this or nice to know that. Start thinking about it now because energetically you send it up. And then throughout my day, the Holy Spirit can talk to me. And then when I'm talking on live stream, I'll probably end up talking about it because we're all connected. And that's something I'm bringing to the table. The other side, the deeper side. That's why I spazzed that CZ Mill when she tried to say, oh, manifestation. I was like, babe, we're superheroes on this side. We're not You get me? You see us, but we're not like you. No, I'm joking. I'm being nice, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we're taking things to another level. That's basically, that's all that I'm trying to say. Do you get me? All right. Yes, like witchcraft or something, but there is more books than the Bible. You said that, yeah. You need to, yeah, locked it. You need to be on my live streams, and you need to jump on one of them as well. After that, I do one with Shanice. You need to join the lineup. Email me, guys. I've got my email. Go on my like YouTube page or my last YouTube video. My email is there. Email me if you're interested in on jumping on a live with me, because you get me. I want you to be able to send me the top 3 words that describe what you want to talk about. I don't want to know the content, because I want it to be freestyle. I want it to be organic. But I'm going to have like a flyer made of it to promote it. So if you're happy to have your photo on there, then I'm going to have those 3 topics there. So people know, rah, this topic's about ... I want to lock in and hear that too. So yeah, just email me the top 3 words. Then we're good. All right, guys, lots of love. So good night to all of you. Thank you. I appreciate for locking in 15 likes. Thank you, Shanice. Thank you, Serena. Thank you, S. Barbie. Thank you, FEO. Thank you, Hannette. Please let me know if that's right. You said the silent C. I'm dyslexic and I got a lisp. So don't give me big jobs with you, what's name. Give me something nice I can flow with. Hannette, is that what you're telling me? I need to get your name right. All right, family. All right, peace. I think we're done, yeah? We're done. Shanette. Oh, silent. I thought so, but I was thinking... See, that's the dyslexic part of me. Shanette. Nice. I'm good. I feel rested now, I know. All right, family. One love, peace. I'll leave you for now. Forward ever, backwards never. Remember, pray right, lay down right, dream right, all that. Choose in the morning. And I'll see you lot tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Those of you that can lock in. All right, ciao for now. Bless up.